Hey everyone. So I look really rough, sorry. So I had a bit of a night last night. Then like going to bed sort of thing, getting ready for bed. And Mike went and gave Echo a hug and saw this huge rash on this bit of her hand. Like really bad. Anyway, obviously we were worried about it because you worry about all kinds of rashes when you've got children, don't you, because of meningitis. So of course we rolled a glass over it. It disappeared. We were still worried about it. Anyway, I took her for a bath. So she had a bath and got out, got dried her hair, went look at her hand again. It looked like it gone down a little bit. Her other hand had it in the exact same place on the other hand. So we were a bit like, what's going on? Got a glass, rolled it over that one, and it disappeared. Rolled it over the other one again, and it looked like pinpricks. It disappeared, leaving pinpricks. And if you read anything about meningitis, it's like if there's pinpricks, what looks like needle pricks, then that could be one of the signs, because the redness might disappear, which it did, but it leaves behind these little pinpricks, which happened. So we got Neo to take some photos on his iPads with the flash to see them really clearly. And looking at them like that, we were super worried. It did look like it was raised, and it did look like what you would see on the internet. So we rang 111 straight away, because Echo was saying it wasn't itching. If it's itchy or something, we wouldn't have been so worried. But she's saying, no, it's not itchy, it doesn't hurt, it's not itching. So we rang 111 and spoke to them. It just happened I got a fucking absolute asshole. He was fucking horrible. Just not what you need when you think your little girl could be going into hospital with something really bad. Again, before Christmas, because you got to think we nearly lost her this time last year. We were told she's like a miracle child, literally a walking miracle. So we might be a bit like more paranoid about things because of what happened. And to have someone saying to me the same shit and being not nice about it, there was no sympathy. He was saying to me, "Oh, has she got anything that would cause her that makes her immune system down?" I was trying to explain to him, yes, she nearly died last year. Yes, she does. She's actually got better from that, thank God. But it can come back at any time. And her platelets were 32. If your platelets are 40, you have to have platelet transfusion, and hers was 32. Her iron levels weren't 2. Red blood count was like 4. Her levels were like rock bottom. I'll do a video on this later. Yeah, she shouldn't be here anyway, because of all these things and this thing she had. I can't remember the name for it. It's like got this really long name. I'll do a video later. They said if she gets a cold, she could get pneumonia. If she breaks a bone, anyway, she's going to be really fragile. That's what they told us at the hospital. But we were like, well, we'll take that over leukemia all day long. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what they told us she had at first. So I was trying to explain this to this guy on the phone, that yes, she did have something that would affect her immune system. Luckily, all her levels started going up when she started taking all the medication she was on. But we were also told it could crash back down at any time. So I was trying to explain this. We've got to get her another blood test because we don't, we want to make sure that this was the thing. She's had like 5 blood tests since then, and they've all gone up. In every single one, her levels have gone up, back up into like the 300s to help. I mean, I think platelets are meant to be around 400, and hers was 8, like I said. And her irons, like, everything went back up, but obviously we're worried. And then he's saying all this, and I'm trying to explain it to him. Yes, she has, but no, she hasn't. Well, that just didn't compute in his head. And this is just a guy sitting there reading questions like, is she breathing? All the stuff you get from 111 and stuff like that, and 999. Which, yes, she was breathing. Anyway, you speak to them and they're like, yeah, we'll get a clinician to ring you back. All you need is a doctor, an on-call doctor, to pop round your house like in the old days. Go, no, that's absolutely fine. A nurse, like in the old days. No, that's absolutely fine. That's all you need. Not a hospital, not this, not that. You need someone to come, or a clinic that you can go to, an out-of-hours clinic that you can drive to and see a doctor there or see a nurse there. They used to have them. We've driven even miles with Saren once. Drove miles to an out-of-hours clinic. There's nothing like that anymore. There's nothing. It's literally 111 or 999. That's it. That's your only option. But this could have been dealt with in like 2 minutes probably if someone who knew what they were actually properly looking for looked at it. They could have gone, no, that's absolutely fine, that's nothing. But this is like, now we're getting into, right, we're going to be in A&E all night waiting for a clinician to ring. He literally said it could be hours, even though she's a tiny little girl. It could be hours, even like today. Anyway, like I said, it wasn't very nice. Grandma Lily was up here because she worked, she was a pharmacist for nearly 50 years. So we had her here, checking it out. Echo was absolutely fine in herself, so no temperature, no vomiting. All the other things you would get with like meningitis, she didn't have any of them. So, like I said, it was probably just us being panicky parents, but as you would do, because of, like I said, what happened last year, being told she was absolutely fine. I was being a panicky parent, and 3 doctors seeing her, and me begging for a blood test, and them saying, no, she's absolutely fine, and then me having to lie to get a blood test to the receptionist and say, oh no, they've told me to get the form from you, which it was a complete lie. The doctor wouldn't do it. So that's how I got it. She had a blood test, and literally the same day they rang back. About an hour after having it, they ran back and said she's got to be admitted right now. Absolutely, like now. So, obviously, we don't trust doctors. We don't trust people, especially when it comes to the health of our children, because we were told we were wrong, and we weren't. Sadly, we were right. And by the time we got her to the hospital and her bloods were done, the doctors at the hospital, specialists there, couldn't believe she was alive. Absolutely. We do not know, with the levels like this, we do not know how she's upright, and we don't know she's a miracle. So don't trust people to do with doctors and medical stuff. So anyway, waiting. A few hours in, we get a phone call from an automated service saying, you're still on the line, by this point, I'm in bed with Echo, cuddled up, and Riley's gone home. We had all these photos ready to show people, obviously, she's friends with lots of doctors, nurses, etc. But one of her best friends is a nurse. So I was like, can we just Skype her? Can we WhatsApp her and show Echo's hands? And then she can sort of say yes, no. But anyway, cut a long story short, Echo then told me in bed she was so scared about going back into hospital and having a needle that it was itchy. So she was scratching it, that made it red. She didn't want to tell us because she thought if she told us it was itchy, then she would have to have a needle in hospital. So that's why she was shutting up and wasn't saying anything, because she was scared that if she told us that it was itching and that's why it was red, that meant that she was ill, and then she'd end up in hospital with a needle, which she's petrified of. So, cut a long story short, Echo's fine, we think. She was just scared and didn't want to tell us. Anyway,